Pat Connaughton representing for white boys everywhere. It's White Boy Summer. What's going on, everybody? And welcome to the Ford File. If it's your first time here, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another case file. And today's case file is previewing the 2021 NBA Finals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns. And if you watched my conference finals preview, you know that I correctly predicted that this would be the finals, Bucks versus Suns. My high IQ and my high basketball IQ, obviously, cannot be matched. So you're going to want to stick around for this one for my high IQ prediction. And I thought, for some reason, the finals started on the 8th, so that's why this is after Game 1. But I'm just going to mix in some game 1 analysis with my keys of the series and the series outlook. So here we go. Some history. The Suns are in the finals for the first time since 1993, and their only other finals appearance was in 1976, and they've never won the finals in their 53 years as a franchise. After the Bucks, first time in the finals since 1974, their lone title coming in 1971. And also, so both teams have 3 finals appearances. The only player from both teams to have even played in the finals is Jay Crowder, who played with the Heat last year in the finals. And so that's really cool to see either a team that has never won the championship or hasn't won the championship in 50 years is going to win this year. So that's always cool to see someone new winning, and also a lot of players who've never won before to win. So some analysis for Game 1. The Suns controlled the game pretty much throughout and had a big third quarter to pull away. The Bucks did cut it to 7 midway through the fourth, but that's as close as they got. And how about Chris Paul? In his first ever finals game in his 16 seasons in the NBA, he has 32 points and 9 assists. And they're already making himself the early favorite to win Finals MVP. Do I think he wins Finals MVP? We'll get to that a little later. But again, Chris Paul, you could just tell that he was ready for this moment. Hell, he's waited 16 years for it. So you already know that he was going to come out swinging. And as for Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton, also had great games. DeAndre Ayton had 22 points and 19 rebounds, and they're going to need him to repeat that throughout this series. And we'll get to the key points where the Bucks kind of the advantage inside. And Devin Booker, again, hitting those mid-ranges, 27 points in Game 1. Jay Crowder, he didn't hit a single shot in Game 1, but he has some great defense, which that's what they need from him, as well as Michael Bridges, who did his thing as well. The two Camerons, Cam Payne and Cam Johnson, also put in good minutes in Game 1, and which is good. The Suns are going to need their bench to pull this off. The Bucks do as well, and we'll get to them right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo back after missing the last 2 games of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Hawks with a hyperextended left knee. And he even said that he thought he was done for the season after that injury. So he and the Bucks are very fortunate that he was able to come back. So, and he was moving around pretty well, had 20 points, 17 rebounds, and had that amazing block and that pretty much proved that he can move around. He's good to go, and he'll be a big impact on this series. Chris Middleton had another great game in this stretch, 29 points, and he was keeping the game somewhat close in the third when the Suns were starting to pull away. And Brook Lopez was also hitting those threes in the third, and he's been doing great as well. He was great against the Hawks, and you keep it up. And Drew Holiday, after shooting well in the Hawks series, did not shoot well in Game 1. And Chris Paul and Devin Booker, whoever he's going to have to guard throughout this series, he's going to have to step up. I'll just say that, with Chris Paul going off in Game 1. So, and Pat Connaughton representing for white boys everywhere. It's white boy summer. And Frank Kaminsky and Dario Saric also representing white boys on the Suns. Pat Connaughton and Bryn Forbes hit those threes for the Bucks, and they're going to need to be the shooters in this series and for the keys for the Bucks to win, which I will get to. And PJ Tucker just needs to bring his 3-and-D. That's what he's good at. That's how he gets himself minutes in this league, and he's great at it, hitting threes and playing some defense. All right, keys to the series. The Bucks, they need to pound the inside. Like, they have the advantage there with Giannis, Bobby Portis, and Brook Lopez. And the Suns really just have DeAndre Ayton. So they need to pound the inside. And when the Suns end up congesting to contain that, they need to kick out to shooters like Chris Middleton and Pat Connaughton and Bryn Forbes. It'll really break apart the Suns' defense. As for the Suns, their path to the championship lies within their backcourt, Chris Paul and Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. They need the Ayton because the Bucks have the advantage on the inside, and Ayton is going to have to step up and at least slow that down and compete on the inside, which he did do a great job of in Game 1, and we'll see if he keeps it up. The Bucks, on offense, they need to pound the paint and kick out the shooters. And on defense, they need to contain mid-range jumpers. For the Suns, they need to compete on the inside and continue to get Chris Paul and Devin Booker their mid-range looks where they thrive. For my prediction of this series, it's going 7 games. And I've gone back and forth on who I'm going to pick. And I'm not going to overreact to Game 1. And I'm going to stick with my pick before Game 1. Because there's still adjustments to be made. Monty Williams for the Suns, he can definitely make them. Mike Budenholzer for the Bucks, he's been really criticized for some of his decisions and adjustments. But they're here in the finals, and they played the last 2 games of the conference finals without Giannis. So I think he'll do fine. So, and the way the resiliency of the Bucks, they've lost Game 1 of these past 3 series now, and they've ended up winning, and including go down 0-2 against the Nets, who, albeit an injured Nets team, but still, they were still the favorites to represent the East in the finals and to win the finals. And for that reason, for the Bucks' resiliency and their way to stay composed even when they fall behind in a series, that's why I'm picking Bucks in 7. With Pat Connaughton, Finals MVP. No, just kidding. Giannis Antetokounmpo winning Finals MVP. So, that's my prediction. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to comment that and like this video and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, and so you never miss another case file. And until then, we can call this case closed.